My video for May the 21st, 2020 is video number 3461. The title is With 3D Blinders On, Many Still Cannot See. Every morning I go for a walk in the park, and most evenings I also go for walks. My intention is to walk 4 miles a day for my health and well-being. I often have an opportunity to chat with a few people, although most of the time it is simply hi, good morning, or good evening. I often see the same people for whom the walk is routine. Yesterday, however, yesterday evening, however, it should be, I have the words not put in the right place. I ran into a lady I hadn't seen before. I commented on that and said something about how insane the masks were. She was not wearing one either and agreed with me. When I said the whole thing was a mainstream fraud, her expression changed and she said, "I don't entertain conspiracy theories," as she quickly walked away from me. Here in the apartment building, I still get similar responses when I try to talk with people. However, I do see that many are also questioning the insanity and are willing to talk about it. Yes, I still pray that we are in the process of an awakening that will hopefully allow us to stop the 5G rather, and move into 5D reality that shifts us away from our 3D limitations. Oh, yeah, I'm surprised I made that mistake, and I've got to remember to fix it when I finish recording this, but I'm not going to do it now like I've sometimes done. In any case, I am a park volunteer, so it's my duty that I've put on myself. They didn't put it on me. I put it on myself. I'm there every day when the park opens, and I pick up the paper and put it in the rack, and so that other people that come can read the Florida Today latest version of propaganda, which a lot of it is because again, it's mainstream stuff. And I don't engage in too much conversation, although every once in a while I meet somebody new, like I did a couple of weeks ago, and I must have talked to that guy for at least a half an hour. And we still see each other regularly now. It's become his routine as well. And we maybe chat for a minute or so now, but no more prolonged conversations. But in any case, I went back to the same park in the evening last night that I go in the mornings. And I don't always, my routine changes at night. I don't always go at the same time. And I don't always walk in the same park, or I go to different places. Sometimes go down to the riverside here near where I live. And that's a pretty long walk. I might walk 3 miles when I do that. It's just a little bit further. Anyway, I try to stay healthy. I try to eat as much as I can, a healthy diet, as I've said in many of my videos. And getting exercise is important. I wish I had the stamina. My friend who lives a few floors down from me has, and she can go up and down, as I've said, and she doesn't even get out of breath or anything. She's in probably, I don't know, 8-10 years older than me, and seems to be in wonderful shape. Anyway, we have been lied to all of our lives, and many of us are comfortable in our situation. We don't question anything. We don't challenge what we've been taught. We stay in the box. And so the box makes us feel safe because it's familiar. And it's a human trait. Familiarity may breed contempt, as the cliche goes, but it also creates a comfort zone. And one of the things that has happened with this insanity that's going on with the lockdown is we are no longer in our comfort zone. It's very uncomfortable to have to stay sheltered in our homes. Now, of course, I don't stay sheltered in my home. It's not that much of an imposition here. There's still some level of freedom, although we can't go to meetings, at least with more than 4 people. Although sometimes even those rules are relaxed a little bit, as I said about the recent birthday little party that we had with 6 people attending. Anyway, folks, I want to see an evolution of consciousness take place on a wider scale so that all humans can get over the blindness, and that's what it really is. We have blinders on, and they need to come off. We need to begin to question like we've never done before, as many are starting to do. So that's the positive side of this whole thing. But I have a friend who sends me information all the time and calls me a doubting Thomas and other things. And I've tried to get him to look at my Facebook page where I post things to wake people up. I post people, doctors and medical professionals and even legal professionals, lawyers in some cases, that are blowing the whistle on the corruption and the insanity of what is happening. And I've tried to get my friend to look at my Facebook page, but he won't go on Facebook because they spy on him. Well, everything in our culture is set up for spying on us. If you send an email, they know where you are, and they know who you are. And it's all, folks, spying. There's nothing hidden that cannot be easily revealed. I've watched the programs where they are able to find and solve crimes because nothing is hidden. Nothing is private anymore. Now, I don't mind that so much if the people that are in control of the system were benevolent, but they're not. They have a dark agenda. And that's not a conspiracy theory. That's simply the reality of the world in which we live. It's the reality that each of us has to face every day and come to grips with. We can put blinders on and be conscious that we're putting blinders on, as my friend is doing, because he's doing it as a choice. But most people do it ignorantly. They have blinders on and don't even realize they have blinders on. They're not even aware of things that are going on around them because they're glued to their TV sets and to their way of thinking. Thankfully, we are being challenged. And I mean that. I don't like some of the things that are going on, but I am thankful that many people are starting to wake up. Folks, this 3D reality is a prison. Now, some say it's a 4D reality, which is why we jumped to 5D. Time is, of course, the 4th dimension. But I want to see us go to an awakened state of mind where we can build bridges and learn the truth and learn to love one another and stop hiding and stop the craziness, the insanity of lacking the ability to think and the unwillingness to talk about things that need to be discussed. Thank you for listening, and namaste.